that I was working with always strove to instill in every artist that they would work with. Only because, I mean, growing up, I was always raised, even by my family, to never think of good enough as good enough. It's never enough. So I think there's always just that thing in my head that you always have to strive for the best that you can do at that particular time in life. It's just that feeling of I've always done the best that I could. I've never tried for anything less than that. Why am I going to now start to think differently? So for me, it's always just always do your best. Just always do your best at everything. Just kind of always work hard, train, and always be ready for rejection, be ready for downfall, be ready for any of that. But be prepared. Just be prepared for the worst, but always hope for the best. And always keep your family focused, because that will be the best support system that you could ever hope for. Unless, of course, your family is just not even worth talking about. That you know who your family is, you know who your support system is. You have to keep them close, because there are times when this work gets lonely. There are times when this work feels like you're like the only person in the world doing what it is you do. It sometimes just feels like you're all alone doing whatever it is you're doing. But you have to trust that you never are, because there are people that love you who are all within your corner. So you have to always remember that you keep those important people very close to you. It's not easy, and I mean, when you have a 6-year-old that tells you that she doesn't want you to travel, it's hard. But thankfully, I mean, I have a very supportive family, and incredibly supportive husband and mom, and everyone that I get to work with is just incredible. So I'm very, very, very fortunate. So yeah, it's never easy, but I have a good support system when I am traveling. My mom's there, my husband's, and whenever I can bring her, I travel. The career becomes less important and more important at the same time, because you realize that every dollar now that you make, it's no longer for your own personal stuff. It's college. You see college tuition fees, you see clothing, you see art class, you see ballet classes, you see sports. You see all of these expenses just racking up, and so the career becomes more important, because you want to keep on making money for this little person to have a good life. And then it becomes less important, because you just really want to spend time watching this one person grow. So it becomes a funny balancing act. Well, when I know what I'm doing, I'd like to think that I know what I'm doing and that I do it well. That I have a really nice shorthand with my musical director, in that when we work together, and then when we sit down and put together a program, it then becomes very easy. All I have to do is make sure I have my lyrics and my melody in my head, and and then everything else just comes together. I always have really wonderful musicians that play with me. And these are people that I've trusted for years and years and years. So when I say, okay, we're going to do that, we have the sheet music, distribute it, this is the order, we do it, and it's not that big a deal to do. So I'm very fortunate that I have a lot of good people working for me.
Half the world is sleeping, half the world's awake, half can hear their hearts beat, half just hear them